Hey everyone, it's Jordan. In this video, I'm going to be doing corn snake versus ball python for best beginner pet. So basically, I'm just going to be doing the pros and cons of each, and in this video I'm only going to be showing Merlot here and Cricket, the ball python, and the only reason I'm not showing Blizzard, my snow corn snake, is because they just ate recently, and Merlot and Cricket already went to the bathroom, and Blizzard has not yet, so I don't really want to get pooped on by a snake because it's disgusting. Alright, so first I'll do all of the pros and cons of the corn snake, and then I'll move over to Cricket, the ball python. So basically, both of these animals, they have tons and tons of morphs, which are basically color and pattern mutations, and both of them probably have equal amounts of variety. Ball pythons might have a little bit more, and corn snake morphs are very inexpensive, besides like the scaleless and sometimes I guess Tessera and a bit more of the crazy ones you could say. But overall, corn snakes are quite a bit cheaper to obtain. Now, from my experiences, basically all corn snakes that I've dealt with have been amazing feeders. Even when they're in shed, they always eat. Blizzard and Merlot especially, I don't think I've ever gone a week without them eating. So overall, corn snakes are very good eaters. Now the cool thing about corn snakes is them, and I think garter snakes, might be the only snakes that you can actually keep in pairs and trios. Now, I wouldn't really recommend it, to be honest with you, just in case, but you can keep like 2 females and a male or 2 females together for corn snakes. Another thing about corn snakes is that they're super easy to breed. Like literally, you don't really have to do anything special to get them to breed. They just do it, and they're really, super easy. If it's your first time breeding, if you want to breed, very easy starter snake to get breeding with. Also, if you are looking to do breeding, corn snakes have a lot of eggs, so basically a really big clutch size, which is nice if you have enough room and everything, but then again you think of it and it can be kind of a bad thing because there's so many babies that you have to feed and buy the mice for, and find homes for all of them, so that can be a little bit of a challenge. Now, another downside, though, to the corn snakes is that they are always very active, and some of them can be quite flighty, especially when they're small. So, if you're starting out and you don't really want a fast snake or anything, and you don't really want to worry about it ripping around, then probably I wouldn't go for a corn snake, because as you can see with Merlot and whenever I hold Blizzard, they are always on the move, and they never just sit down and just chill, unless they're about to go to the bathroom on you. So that is pretty much all of the pros and cons I sort of have for the corn snake, so now we're going to move on to the ball python. Alright, so now we're on to the ball python. Pros and cons. So just like the corn snakes, ball pythons have tons and tons of morphs out there. If you guys watch Snake Bites TV, you've seen a ton of them, but they tend to be a lot more expensive. Another thing too, they need a little bit higher humidity than corn snakes, and generally if you live somewhere in the States or anywhere more where it's humid, you don't really need to worry about that so much, but up here in Canada it's pretty dry, so you gotta make sure that you're misting them at least every other day or so, so they have full and complete sheds. And like this guy here, I've never had a problem with his shedding. They're always full of sheds, so obviously humidity isn't too big of a problem. Just make sure that you are misting them once in a while at least. Now, one downside though for sure to ball pythons too would be their feeding. This guy, and I know a couple other ones that I've worked with at work, have been perfect feeders. Even the ones at work who had mites, they still ate even through the medication process and everything. So, ball pythons can be really good eaters, except lots of the times I find that once they get older into breeding size, they tend to go off feeding quite a bit, especially the males, and they can be very finicky and go months without even eating once. Now I must say though, the cool thing about ball pythons, they always strike. Now these guys are solitary. Basically they can only live with themselves, so you can't really keep more than one together, unfortunately. Now ball pythons are a little bit harder to breed, so I wouldn't really recommend them for a beginner. If you're starting breeding snakes especially, then I would definitely go with the corn snake. But if you are looking to breed some pretty cool morphs and you're a little bit more, you've done your research and you've bred for a little bit, then you should have no problem breeding the ball pythons. So you just need a bit more requirements in order to start breeding. They also have some smaller clutch sizes, generally about, I think it was 4 to 8 or something like that. Don't quote me on that, I'm not too sure. But definitely smaller clutch sizes, but then again you get to sell them for a lot more. So really, just like I said with corn snakes, you probably make about equal profit because you can, you know, make a bit more money off these guys if they're really cool morphs and you sell all of them. So it'd be a little bit easier to take care of all of the baby snakes because you wouldn't have as much, so it's less mouths to feed, and there would be less to sell, so you'd always find homes for all of them. Now, the really nice thing about ball pythons, is as you can see this whole video, Cricket's not really moved. So if you're looking for a great beginner snake that's not going to get away very fast, or that's not very fast and not going to get away and will just chill like a little bracelet or necklace, definitely go with one of these guys. Now, another nice thing though about ball pythons if you want to have, you know, more of them, they thrive in rack systems. They feel a lot more comfortable in confined spaces and smaller spaces, so rack systems are a perfect example. And so basically, at the end, I just gotta say between a corn snake and a ball python is all up to you. Would you rather have a slow, more expensive snake that might go off feeding but that has crazy strikes? Or would you rather have a little bit more of a fast-moving, inexpensive snake that eats all the time and is really easy to breed? You know, personally, I prefer corn snakes. Like, I love having both. If you can have both, go for both. It's always a great idea to have more than one, trust me. But other than that, I prefer just corn snakes a little bit more because it was my first snake and I have 2 of them, so I'm a little bit biased towards them, I guess you could say. But, you know, ball pythons are really great as well. So leave a comment in the comment section below whether you prefer corn snake or ball python, and leave a reason why. It might help somebody else if I forgot any of the reasons why one of them's better than the other. But at the end of the day, I think they're about equal. It's all up to you to decide. And yeah. So thank you for watching. Please like, favorite, share, and subscribe. Have a great day, everyone. Keep the hobby alive, and I'll see you in the next video. Merlot, chill. Merlot's just going off here. She's crazy.